This is a 4-ingredient pudding: avocado, vanilla, maple syrup, carob powder. First, an organic maple syrup, and you can see that it is medium. One level darker though, the grade B amber is higher in minerals. So 3/4 cup maple syrup. Next, the carob powder. This is the carob pod, similar to the chocolate or cacao bean, but more nutritious. I always go shy on the measurement, as too much can be bitter. The right amount replaces chocolate perfectly. So the recipe calls for 1/2 cup, but I only put in 1/3 cup. Now the vanilla. Either use 1 teaspoon of a good pure vanilla extract or half a vanilla bean. Do you want to know how to scrape a vanilla bean? Cut off the hard ends. Slice the top of the pod. Fold it open and scrape out the seeds. I don't toss the scraped pod. I let it dry out and then grind it to a powder to use in some recipes. No problem at all. Now add 2 avocados to the blender. Slice them in half, remove the pit carefully, and scoop out the beautiful inside. Now be sure you don't catch the hard stem end as you scoop. Sometimes it falls inside and you mistakenly add it with the avocado. You don't want that hard bit in there. Now there's too much to blend easily, so you want to put the plunger in. We'll take the top off the lid of the Vitamix and put your plunger in, and that will help it blend up. Now it's going to be blending for a little bit longer than this, but I've just shortened it for the video. And you know what? You're going to want to be licking that plunger instead of just setting it aside. Now look how creamy this is.
You know, I talk to so many people who want to get off their blood pressure and cholesterol medication, so I thought I'd talk to you about blood pressure today. First of all, what is it? You know, if your heart's very happily pumping your blood through your arteries, right? But if your arteries have been constricted through buildup, then your heart is trying to get the blood through. You see how that pressure is building up? Well, your arteries can become clear again with proper nutrition. Now, Dr. Joel Fuhrman, in his book Eat to Live, says patients who are given medication are under a false impression that they are protected. He said that the doctor will tell you that if your blood pressure is under 140/90, that it is normal. But this is absolutely not true. It's not normal. It is average, because that's the amount that's given to the midpoint of people in their 60s. And as you know, most Americans aren't healthy. He says that the risk for heart attack and stroke start climbing when your blood pressure is at 115/70. So that should be your goal, 115/70. He even says that you should consider anything higher than 125/80 as abnormal. So what numerous scientific studies have shown is that to increase your intake of calcium, magnesium, potassium, and fiber by increasing your intake of fruits and vegetables, and then restricting sodium, caffeine, and alcohol. And now increase your movement and your exercise. All contributes to weight loss, which all helps to lower your blood pressure. So ultimately, what I'm showing you by all the snacks I'm sharing with you is that eating more fruits and vegetables does not have to be boring, right?